Hi and welcome to the Lockdown Economy, a series of interviews by the think tank AlterContacts, where real entrepreneurs get together and share insight and ideas to overcome the pandemic and also reactivate the economy. My name's Peter Bell and today I'm joined by Graeme Fox. Graeme is the founder of Ravenous Fox. And before I say too much about his business, I'll just say a quick hi to Graeme and let him dive into kind of maybe a little bit more about what you do as a business specifically.
Well, Ravenous Fox started a few years ago as a food blog, so of interest to anybody who wanted to cook at home, try new recipes. Obviously, COVID reared its ugly head, and what happened was people were missing essentially colleagues, friends, family members that they couldn't see. I created a platform where we can cook along via a Zoom session. As you can see behind me, it's just a standard domestic kitchen. It's not a commercial kitchen at all. But what it allows us to do is pick a dish that we all cook together. The setup's very simple in front of me, so it's nothing that people won't have in their own kitchens at home. But it's something that I set up so we can chat, we can have a laugh, and at the end of the day, at lunchtime, we can all sit down and have something nice to eat.
No, that's good. And looking specifically at the pandemic, how would you say that the lockdown and the pandemic has affected your business model currently? What, say, particular challenges that you faced, etc.?
I mean, realistically speaking, the pandemic has created this opportunity because without this, people would be at work doing the 9 to 5. So the audience, the immediate audience that I'm looking for from a company perspective is companies. I've just done something with Newcastle Building Society.
Yes.
If they're all doing the 9 to 5, essentially they're not doing this. So in the first instance, what COVID is allowed me to do is approach these companies whereby people are cooking at home, or sorry, working from home, I should say, and they could come and cook along with me. So in a way that the actual pandemic has created this opportunity that I have now.
Okay. And because it's a kind of quite a new venture, if you kind of look at your competition or even some of the people that you're kind of doing the cook-alongs with, how would you say it's affected them? What would your insight be with regards to competition and your customers?
Okay, well, in terms of competition, I've seen a few people doing live cook-alongs. There's a guy from Marks and Spencer's who does quite a lot, but that's more of a sort of a one-to-one sort of celebrity thing. In terms of my customers, it's quite a fledgling business, so I'm learning about my customers, about what they want, what they're comfortable with. But what it allows me to do is go into their kitchen, they come into my kitchen, and we share the experience. So it's something that I love doing this because I don't know, pretend I'm on TV, I'm doing smart as somebody, but what I can do is speak directly to somebody. So like I'm talking to you now, if we're putting together and you're having a problem, you can ask me that question, and it's very, very interactive.
No, that's true. And if you're kind of looking at your business, because it's quite new, and as you say, the pandemic has kind of almost like inspired your business, I would say. If you look to say the next 2 to 3 months ahead, what would you envisage for how your business is going to grow and develop?
Well, I think that the platform that I wasn't using, which I have started using now, is LinkedIn. I do have an Instagram account, but that's more of an interest-based thing, so people will see the recipes that I do. But starting up my Ravenous Fox as opposed to a Graeme Fox profile on LinkedIn allows me to speak directly to those businesses. I think a lot of businesses are aware of the wellness and mental health issues that some of their colleagues may have. Certainly the work I did with Newcastle Building Society, it was part of their wellness hour, something they do very different. So you're quite isolated at home during your work on your laptop. It was an hour's break to break up the working day and have people sort of interact with each other, really.
No, that's great. What would you say would be kind of looking at the lockdown economy as a collective of entrepreneurs, and that you've maybe come across some of the videos and the content that we produced, what would you say would be the 2 to 3 things that you would look to kind of engage with the community for? What are the 2 to 3 things you kind of maybe need help with at this present stage?
Initially, I think because this is quite a fledgling business, it's exposure. It's me looking at broadening the market. So initially we talked about talking to businesses and colleagues. I would open that to friendship groups, to families, and also parents are doing a lot of homeschooling at the moment. So cooking along with your children, it's something that's kind of lost. I used to do that when I was a kid, cooking shepherd's pie with my mum or a Sunday lunch with my dad. And that's the opportunity that I've been given because of this pandemic. And it's something that I'm sort of really on board and fully embracing.
Okay. Well, no, thank you very much. Like, I appreciate your time, and thank you very much to Graeme and to talk through Ravenous Fox and a little bit more about his business. And if you'd like to share and like the content below, that you can see a little bit more about Graeme's business, and also in the coming weeks and months ahead, we're also going to be conducting some more of these interviews, so you'll be able to get access to further entrepreneurs likewise to Graeme. Thanks very much, Graeme, and we'll chat again soon. Bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye.